at least what you know is that when you die, your body's going to decompose.
That's
beyond that point, you're not sure, but you've caught evidence of something
that
indicates that there could be something.
A lot of the things I've agreed with is being time, dimensions. Not necessarily tied to me dying and being something else afterwards. A lot of the things I believe in so far, still theories, is time stacks on top of each other. It's all happening, kind of thing. And that's why we have such things that happen. It's just time overlapping itself that we perceive at that one moment. Residual haunting stuff that we talked about.
Amanda,
yes.
You got a question?
Yeah.
Grab a microphone.
Oh, I know, but it's not on. Okay,
No,
I don't
that
need the
one's on.
microphone.
That one's on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's a question.
You get 2 microphones.
So, you definitely you look around for paranormal activity.
Yeah.
Yet you believe that you are going to go to the ground and disintegrate, turn into fertilization, all that good stuff. Do you, just out of curiosity, do you believe that, or do you think that it's possible that some people will go to the dirt and die and that's it, they're done, and then other people will turn into some kind of spirit or apparition or whatever?
And I think that ties into the theories of people, whether they go to heaven or hell. That kind of thing, that into religion, kind of literally, because you kind of decide your own destiny, well, by the way you lived your life. So if you were kind of just a person that was just, a loner kind of thing.
You were not human version of gas station sushi.
You were just there.
Gas station sushi.
I mean, why? But you don't have a reason to stick around. You know what I mean? Like so.
Right.
But that sounds bad. I'm not saying you don't have a reason.
Reason to live.
But if
Why
you have
I have no reason to even be dead, so it's like...
you have no reason to be dead, right?
So how do you feel about the idea with, some Eastern religions where they believe that you are reincarnated and you come back as you reach that ultimate point where you become you get to come back as another living person, soul, whatever you want to call it.
But that could be the terms.
You could be a leaf on a tree.
Yeah, that could be
probably
talk
screwed
about
up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. That's why I asked this question, because I've thought about this a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one thing, is like, I think if you think long enough and you really try to think what happens after you die, I think for me personally, the only thing that you can really come to a conclusion is it seems like the experience has to be the same type of experience you had. Well, first of all, think about it like this. What's it like to go to sleep and then never wake up?
We don't know.
What type of experience must that be? The only type of experience, I think if you think long enough about it, the type of experience it must kind of be like is what it was like to wake up after having never gone to sleep.
Yeah.
Which is when you were born.
Yeah.
You woke up after having never gone to sleep, just like in you go to sleep and never wake up, you wake up after having never gone to sleep. And it seems like that experience, those two go hand in hand to me.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of more along this line of, but I don't think that there's like a soul that is like what I mean by an individual soul inside of him, and him, and me that gets reincarnated. I think there's actually, this is again Eastern philosophy, but I think there is one universal consciousness that is inside of everything. Mm-hmm. And then it just remanifests as new people, as plants, as animals, continuously, forever.
So as if you do go to like the eternal sleep, so you go and you don't wake up again, but when you do, you're just a different entity or a different thing.
Yeah, because really deep down, and again, this is the Eastern conception of God, but really deep down, we're all the same thing. This is unity, one, we're all the same thing in our deepest roots, and this is what I was talking about earlier, about who we think we are. Our ego is not real, and then when you find out what you really are is this one entity beneath everything, this one consciousness behind all things. Yeah. And so when you die, it's like going to sleep and never waking up. And the only experience that you can possibly, because it's not going to be blackness.
No.
It's not going to, it's not non-experience, because it's not an experience. Like, there's just no void there. It's just, it seems like you would have to wake up at some point.
Yeah.
So when you do wake up, it could be a different life.
But it's not going to be, you're not going to wake up as Kevin Stein.
No.
No, you may wake up as...
You're not going to wake up as the...
Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm sorry.
I want to wake up as a cheetah.
But that's a really
A cheetah?
Yeah. Because that means really deep down, this is really deep down, if that is in fact true, rather than,
I've thought about that.
But if we are,
and I understand.
that means we're actually all the same. We're actually all the same. literally the same thing. And
It just remanipulates itself when you wake up.
yeah,
So that's an interesting way of looking at it. And I think that kind of answers your question
Yeah.
for that ideology.
Yeah, because
But-
it's definitely something where it's like, or if you have a demon that comes back or something, did they come back because in the previous life they were something awful?
Yeah.
You know.
And that's one way to look at it. And what if an angel was a priest that died?
Right.
Or
Yeah.
so you kind of link it up that way. And so I agree with that because energy has to go somewhere, and that's a different interpretation of it. As if you go to sleep, you have to wake up again.
Sure.
Just like we go to bed every night, we wake up in the morning, do it all over again.
where do you go when you go to sleep?
I go to Candyland.
I
I don't know.
Oh my God.
He puts himself in an episode of True Blood.
Vampire Diaries, get it right.
Yeah.
But I mean, and that's where you think is like when you actually go to sleep for the last time, are you just living a dream? Because when you go, yeah, like but if you go into your, when you go to sleep at night, you have dreams. So what if your last thought or the last time you close your eyes, the dream is your next life?
Yeah,
That's the way to look at it.
that, and that's probably
What if you're living in somebody else's reality?
Yeah, and that's a weird way of looking at it because then it makes you think. Oh, and it just makes me think that is this life right now? Is it just a dream I'm living from a past life?
I would say
Well, I think
manifest.